Hello friends, welcome to Dnyanadeep Academy's half extra mark series. This series will help you score that half extra mark in your answers. So let's see how and when you can get this half extra mark, right? So the question today that we're going to discuss is from international relations. The question was asked in UPSC Mains 2022. The question is, how will I to U2, that is India, Israel, UAE, USA grouping transform India's position in global politics? Now remember, the first step to decode the question is to understand the focus and locus part of the question, right? So it helps you stick to the question, to the point, and not beat around the bush. So because this question is a one-liner, very rarely this happens in UPSC, and it is tough when the question is one-liner to identify the focus and locus, because most of the time the complete question itself is the focus. Now in this question, you see that how will I to U to transform India's position in global politics should be your focus. This is what you should be writing in your body part. This is on which the answer will revolve around. Okay. Now, how should you introduce this answer? The question is on I to U2. So you'll have to give you a brief background of what is I to U2. The question itself mentions the countries which form I to U2, but there's something more you can say about I to U2, because if you want that half extra mark, you show the examiner you know something more than the competitor, right? So how can you make an introduction here? So you see, it is a grouping between 4 countries. Everybody is going to write this. Maybe some students will write it was formed in 2021. But to get that edge, you have to write that Abraham Accord laid foundation for this grouping. Abraham Accords of 2021, which was initiated by US to broker peace between Arab states and Israel, are known as Abraham Accords. Okay, so this here is your value addition that you focus on. This will help you score extra. Then this is another value addition that very briefly mentioned, that this group or this institution focuses on 6 broad areas: and health, water, transportation, food security, space, and these. So what you're doing in this answer is you're giving a brief idea of what objectives does this organization, this grouping has, right? So you're focusing on the areas of cooperation also. You also lay down how, what led to the foundation of I to U2. So these 2 facts here will add extra value to your answer. Probably not many of your competitors would be focusing on writing these 2 value additions. Now, going to the body part. So here I have to say that how is I to U2 going to benefit India in global politics? कि इंडिया की जो इमेज है उसको ट्रांसफॉर्म कैसे करेगा ग्लोबल पॉलिटिक्स में? तो पहला सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट क्या है कि it will help India balance China's influence in the Middle East. Now, how do I add value to this? How the China has influence there? Because of the Belt and Road Initiative, right? So India gets a foothold in West Asia because of I to U2, which China already has because of Belt and Road Initiative. तो ये प्लेन स्टेटमेंट लिखने के साथ साथ आपने बेल्ट एंड रोड इनिशिएटिव को भी मेंशन करना चाहिए. Then it will increase economic growth and trade. You see, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, they are almost the top trading partners of India. Now, because of this grouping, it will again further enhance the potential of economic growth and trade. Then ensure energy security for India. देखो, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स ये लिखेंगे कि एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी होगा कि वेस्ट एशिया हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, लेकिन आप क्या लिखोगे? दैट आउट ऑफ टोटल इंपोर्ट्स ऑलमोस्ट 60% ऑफ इंपोर्ट्स कम फ्रॉम वेस्ट एशिया. तो मैं जब पॉइंट लिख रहा हूं कि आपकी एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी इंश्योर होगी, तो वो क्यों है वो भी आप लिख रहे हो. ये वैल्यूडेशन आप यहां पे कर रहे हो, राइट? देन enhances India's role in the Middle East. India, see, wants to be the leader of global South. It has to prove its leadership skills at the global stage. So India becomes a very important player in establishing peace or stability in the region, because stable West Asia is in India's interest, right? So India will be sitting with the global powers there. Investment and technology cooperation. Give examples of UAE. Give example of Saudi Arabia. These countries, no, you cannot mention Saudi here, sorry. UAE is a country which is coming with lot of investments in India, right? You can give example of Israel, right? All technological cooperation, defense cooperation. तो यहाँ पे फोकस आप किस पे करोगे? यूएई पे और इजराइल पे. और यहाँ पे और एक क्या कर सकते हो कि यूएस कैन हेल्प इंडिया बैलेंस चाइना, right? So only mention the countries in the grouping. So along with my static points, I'm also giving some value addition in every point that I write, right? This value addition again in your introduction, body and conclusion is going to give you that extra half mark. Many students will stop writing here, but remember, always write the other side also, write the challenges also. It is not asked in the question, but you still write that yes, this can transform India's image in the global politics, but it has some limitations. And what are the limitations here? That there is political instability in the Middle East. So the real outcome of this I2U2 will not be known until there is political stability here. Next, challenges India's relations with other partner countries. Why? Because India's alignment with the US can trigger Russia and China, or it can trigger Iran as well. Right? So it becomes a tricky diplomatic situation to India to balance these relations is a challenge to India. Question में पूछा नहीं है, फिर भी आप बताओगे, तब जाके आपको वो एक्स्ट्रा एज मिलता है. हाफ एक्स्ट्रा मार्क मिलना ये आसानी से नहीं होगा. ये अप्रोचेस बैलेंस आपके आंसर में आपको लाना होगा along with value addition and lot of examples. So last part, how do we conclude this? इसमें मैं क्या एक्स्ट्रा कर सकता हूँ, क्या अच्छा कर सकता हूँ? So I write my conclusion saying that this has a potential to significantly enhance India's position in the global politics, enabling it to implement its look east policy, look west policy, sorry. So what I'm doing is, I know this, I'm writing it here. I believe in this statement that flaunt it if you have it, especially when it comes to knowledge, right? You know, look west policy, so look west policy को वहाँ पे mention करो. Right? By aligning with countries that share similar values and interests, India can also play a prominent role in shaping global events. क्योंकि global politics में image enhance होगी, तो it can play a role in global events and advance its economic and security interest as well. Okay, so all the value additions, examples in the introduction, body and conclusion will give you that half extra marks. So see you further. Thank you. Have a good day.